What is brackin', fellas? It is Rez here. And before I continue, this will be my submission to the KARNAGE jersey. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. It's gonna end, Rezi. You're not gonna make it. It's gonna be just like 2015 when you first went for it. They're just gonna look down upon you. No, I'm playing, but seriously, I'm only doing it because I find it fun. Also for the main fact that what I may supply to KARNAGE, what I know what I will supply to KARNAGE, will not only be gameplays, boys. My personality. All of you know my personality. You know how amazing it is, for lack of a better word. Oh, Rezi, you egotistical, narcissistic, sociopathic parasite. How dare you say that? But it truly is, though. My personality is unlike many others in the pub stomping community, as we all know. It's not truly pub stomping, it's neo-comp creation, neo-competitive pub stomping creation, parasitism. It's not pub stomping. It is no longer 2012 through 2015. Or you can even include 2000. Yeah, you can include 2016. You cannot include 2017 though. That fucking that's a bad year. 2018 and 2019, it's still a bad year for pub stomping. Will Modern Warfare change that? Of course it won't. But pretty much it for the beginning. This is going to be episode 2, boys, of multi-team profiles, and it is of one of the most respected and also the most hated person in multi-team history. There is another person that can be a contender for this title, but you'll have to wait for the next episode to find out who it is, boys. Let's begin, fellas, with the most influential person of multi-team, especially multi-team pub stomping. KD also known as Jacob McGuffey. Now, Jacob McGuffey, which we'll just call him Counts, I'm not gonna call him by his whole name. I'm not gonna call him J-Mac, right? I'm gonna call him Counts. He was, for lack of a better word, a pioneer for multi-team, especially for multi-team pub stomping. If you have used the Scorpion class, the Scorpion stock fast mag with Ghost, you may think, oh, I made that class. I was the first one to make. I'm amazing. I got a quad nuke with that. No, you cunt. No, okay? Counts was the pioneer of that class. He was the creator of the class. He was the one that made that class popular. If you never ran into a Scorpion fast mag stock with a Ghost as perk 1 at least 5 times in your playthrough of Black Ops 2, there's something wrong with you. You never played multi-team, that's for damn sure. Well, you never encountered a person that's either encountered Counts or has encountered one of his friends. You see, that class was used by so many, for lack of a better word, parasites in multi-team. It became so influential that many people in different communities started to use that. That class is, quite possibly, one of the most cancerous classes that has ever been created and has ever been used by any single human being. Of course, those other two that are in contenders for that title of being the most cancerous class would be the FAL with Ghost, of course Red Dot in stock, and the Suppressed Scar H with Ghost. But I personally believe the Scorpion with stock and fast mag is the most AIDS class, and this is coming from the person that uses Suppressed Scar, that used the Suppressed Scar H on BL2 multi-team. That's how insane it was, and that's how much of a pioneer Counts truly was. Now, I would not bring up any of his Modern Warfare 3 timeline, also that his own timeline and pub stomping for MW3, because I don't know a lot about that. I know many of you who've known Jacob for years, maybe even a decade, know about those times, but I don't, and sadly I have no information about that. But I do know that he was pretty good at that. Now, Counts was also many teams. Most noticeably, the team that was most popular was EX. Now, Rezi, what does EX stand for? To be honest with you, I forgot. It stood for execute, right? I think it stood for execute. Was it execute? I think it was execute. Was it 0? There's also one that was 0. Anyways, you cannot find, the reason I'm saying this is because you cannot find many videos of Counts anymore. Excuse me. Sadly. Because he has made all of his videos unlisted, I believe, privated, or he's even deleted them. You can only find one video, and that's on his channel. If you search up KD Counts, you'll find it, and he even has the old KARNAGE Avi. Man, that quite possibly was the greatest Avi KARNAGE has ever had. It truly is a shame, though, that Jacob, life hits you. Once life hits you, and of course you gotta stop doing this, you must move on. You must grow up. But this video, boys, it is a montage. Look at the editing, of course. I believe it was edited by Tolerance, if I can remember. It's it's not the greatest editing, of course. It's not flashy, it's not amazing. And of course the clips they use were like 12-man feeds with a lightning strike, which of course by today's standards would be like, what in the world is this? I'll fucking spit on that. But it's for this, it's just for that melancholy fondness of it, if that makes any sense, fellas. What pub stomping was. It's just a group of friends in a montage making a video of what they like to do. Just pub stomping and getting streaks, getting those nice feeds, getting those quad nukes, getting those triples, getting those amazing gun streaks. And that is what that montage was. A reminder of what pub stomping once was, a reminder of who we are. The pub stompers, of course. None of you NCP parasites, okay? I would never, ever say anything nice about you parasites. Never. Let that sink in, right? But you know, Counts, fellas, was, as I said before, he was hated a lot. And he was loved a lot. Extremely respected, extremely hated. And that, of course, is not only because of his personality. He is not a bad person, fellas. If you ever talk to him, you'll understand him as a person. He's an extremely kind, extremely humble person, especially for that time. 2014, 2013, to 2015. He was an extremely kind, humble individual. Of course, many people didn't view him like that because, for one, for his time, he had a lot of subscribers. Especially with his other YouTube channels. A lot of people knew him, especially outside of multi-team. He was regarded as one of the best pub stompers, if not the greatest multi-team pub stomper. Which is odd because, you know, I'm here because, you know, I didn't make a splash in the scene until 2015. But you know what I mean. But Jacob was insane. The gameplays he's gotten were absolutely phenomenal. Even I would say that. Not just that, the reason people hated him was not only because of his class setup, but simply for his competitive play. You see, Counts was really good at competitive. He has spawned many copycat gamertags. He is the one that basically, in the multi-team community, created the 0 for an O tags. His gamertag, for example, was Counts with a 0 for an O. Many people nowadays are like, what? That looks cancerous. And of course, mind you, now it does. The tags look AIDS like that. But back in the day, that's when you knew you were part of multi-team. If you went into multi-team and your tag had a 0 for an O, you were a Counts fan. Of course, now that I would say to you people, you guys are degenerates, are just fanboying over this man because of his excellence. Of course, what I just said right there was quite mean, but it is sadly the truth. If you had a 0 in your name, and you were not Counts, or even anywhere near to his skill, you would never be him. You are just a parasite. But, of course, that's simply how things were back in the day. I'll give you my personal opinion on Jacob. I believe Counts was an extremely talented individual, an extremely talented pub stomper, and an extremely nice and kind person, extremely humble. I don't have anything bad to say about Counts, which is quite odd because many of you know I have a lot of bad things to say about a lot of people. But with that, the positives will always outweigh the negatives with me. With Jacob, it's a completely different story. Not once have I ever had a negative encounter with Counts. Not once have I ever questioned his motives. Not once have I ever questioned his personality. Would you guys like to know why that is? Because he treated you respect. He treated you as a person you are. He didn't treat you like shit. Of course, if you talk shit to him, he would simply ignore you. He would make you even feel somewhat less of a human. That's what I do with a lot of people. I'm not gonna allow some parasite, in my eyes, talk shit to me. I'm gonna bring them down. Not through words, but simply through actions. I will ignore the person. Or of course, if I do bring it through words, it'll be short and sweet. Or not really sweet, but you know what I mean. My words be so demeaning, so hateful, to the point that person doesn't even feel like a human anymore. But Rezi, that's rude, that's speciesism, how dare you say that? But nah, that's simply how I am. And that person I will simply forget in a matter of minutes. Which is quite amazing. That philosophy I have, it's beautiful. I recommend y'all do it. But nah. Jacob Counts, in my eyes, was quite possibly the nicest person in multi-team that I've ever met. Right next to NBA legend, which is crazy. They were actually really good friends. They actually are really good friends. But you know, boys, many people do not understand the legacy this man has left behind. If you bring up counts, if you're in a party with multi-team gods or even multi-team OGs, you just say, "Oh, I remember how amazing Counts was." Everybody would know, yeah, he was amazing. Everyone knows who Counts was, what he did, and what he did for the not only multi-team community, for pub stomping as well. You see, when he was in Carnage, a lot of people accepted him and admired him for what he has done. Now, people would be like, who the hell is Counts? Never heard of him. He doesn't have 500,000 to 1,000,000 subscribers playing loud-ass BL2 theme song music to him getting a double kill and screaming his ass off and shifting to different positions in his chair. You know what I mean? No, they would not say that. They would not say that that they remember that person. They would not, because they were not one of us. They're not multi-team legends. Rezi, didn't you say you're not a multi-team legend on many videos ago? Yes, okay, sure. You know what I mean. They're not one of us fellas. They never played multi-team. They never truly pub stomped a multi-team. You see, if you... This is what I'm saying, boys. If you upload, let's say, double nukes, 50 gun streaks on BO4, don't take this seriously. Well, especially my friends, don't take this seriously. That's not pub stomping. That's not even NCPing. That's just playing the game. That's just simply, in my eyes, not even playing the game, but tryharding. If y'all hear my little fucking animal in the background, I'm sorry. This man won't leave me alone. But seriously, that's not pub stomping. What Counts did was pub stomping. It was, for lack of a better word, amazing. But of course, many people do not see that nowadays. It's truly sickening and saddening seeing how many people have forgotten about him. Not even forgot about him, but just don't even know about him. Like, no one knows who this man is, sadly. Of course, especially if you were multi-team, of course you know who he was. Alright, boys, sorry about that. That was my adorable cat. He wanted to be let out. But anyways, let's continue. It truly is sad, though, what pub stomping has become now. It truly no longer exists, but we must be grateful for the people that have brought it up, that have actually created it, that kept it the way it was for such a long time until its crumbling demise due to these parasites that have existed in our own. KD Counts, Jacob McGuffey, will truly, in our community, in our eyes, in our own kind, will be a legend. He will be seen as a legend. He'll be seen as a pioneer. He'll be seen as the best of one of us, the best of our own kind. Not because of the gameplays that he's gotten, but because of the gameplays he's gotten, for his own personality, and for the things he has done. If it wasn't for him, multi-team would not be huge. But of course, as I alluded to in the beginning, there's one more person who I must say that we all know who he is. Not because of only what he did for multi-team, but because of his true personality. For his own, for lack of a better word, arrogance, but ultimate knowledge. Though I said in the beginning I wasn't going to spoil it, I will. Episode 3 of Multi-Team Profiles will be about Birdman. Yes, it'll be about Anthony Abdullah, the E-Girl Slayer, the multi-team anti-ing god, the man that solidified and made anti-ing into a thing. He will be the next episode, fellas. And to be honest, that episode may or may not be long. I'll try to make it long, but it depends on the gameplay, which I'll have for that video. Anyways, did I forget to mention this is like a 72 gun streak with a 155 kill streak on grind? With the grab, I think. I don't know that sound. I think it's Deathmatch Dom. Anyways, really good gameplay. 8 out of 8. Too bad it wasn't. It could have been a much higher gun streak, man. I had so much time left, but I got fucking bought by some parasite. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the gameplay, boys. Not the gameplay. That's pretty much it for the video and the gameplay. Yeah, what the fuck am I talking about? This commentary was actually really nice for me to make, because I was able to reminisce. Is that the word? Yeah, fuck it. About the memories about BO2 and what Counts has done. Anyways, boys, it's been Rezi. Have a great day as always. Don't forget to find your local NCP and bop in the head. And have a great day. Good.